Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. We will be yet again having another puppy class scene in which Maeve is collecting the various cubs who are interested in learning something or other, whatever it happens to be, and leading them along, taking them through the Umbra, trotting her way through to the reservoir near the edge of Sept. It worked fairly well as a platform last time, so it should be just as well this time around. So with the faint glow about her, she'll trot near to the water's edge, leading along any who are interested in taking part, and probably get herself settled in to look back on the others and let them get settled in as well. You can do it. I believe in you.
Nicholas immediately proceeds and take a seat, just looking around.
Maybe we'll bob her head to him. Are any others going to be initially trotting out with them? I'll take...
Apparently not, which means
that...
yeah. Well, in that case, after you guys, or the two of you apparently, have set your happy asses down, like, I don't know, you guys apparently are just arriving as Suna's furry shape comes into the umbrella side as Sept comes walking in. She recognizes Maeve, but not the person who is with her. So she'll approach a little carefully, as she doesn't quite know if this is, or who this is, what position or what rank this person is. She'll stay at a distance, but she does notice that Maeve is not lying on her back, so she keeps a few meters away, a few feet away, just waiting.
Hello. Am I heard now?
You are heard
Yes,
now.
you are heard now.
Apologies. You know that famous rock that Lucas had to himself last time?
Mm-hmm.
He's there again, and this time with a very, very comfy mat on the ground.
In the Umbra?
I can manifest things in the Umbra.
This is true, you can. Really quick, just because technical difficulties, Dan, go ahead and say something for me. Yeah, you probably need to reload.
Reload, yeah.
I am the queen of technical difficulties. I shall forevermore post.
Check 1, 2, 3.
There you go. You're all set, sir.
Albert had sat down beside Nicholas. I just didn't know I wasn't being heard.
No, we were just imagining. This is like we were actually
totally there
just
the whole
time. Yeah. That's cool, dude.
So, upon Senna catching sight of the group and kind of slinking over and perhaps looking a little tentative or hesitant and looking towards Nicholas, Maeve, meanwhile, looks very relaxed and very comfortable and will pop her nose up a little bit and call out, "Senna, come on. This is Nicholas. He's one of us."
One of us.
Gooble gobble, gooble gobble.
I know Lucas is over there in Lupus singing this, which makes it even better.
Mm-hmm.
Google.
Cinna will approach slowly. Hi. Um, so I'm kind of back-ish, I believe. I think I need to talk to Father Raya if he's around.
He's yelling at his phone. So
Oh,
if you want to hang out for class when we trot back, he might be done.
yeah,
Albert
because
looks. It's like, oh, have you been cleansed yet? As though he remembered something.
why wouldn't I be?
If
Oh,
you were in
no,
the city.
no reason.
Well, yeah, but I make sure that, like, oh, of course, you guys don't, yeah, no, I cleanse every time before I, enter the sept, especially now. I have,
Maeve bobs her head appreciatively.
I have something, how would I describe this best? Something icky in
Head
my
tip.
apartment? Lucas knows it.
Ew. Ew, ew. Why in the world would you refer to your toilet as something icky? That is an abysmal place of no going back.
No, Lucas.
Degradation and decay exists there. The rust. The rust!
Lucas, that's your ass.
Your ass.
If his ass has rust, there's complications. We
Mhm.
should see someone about that.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. The only thing that rusty over here is that man's copper knee. Pointing over at Albert. There you go.
Does spirit metal
how
rust?
tarnished. Albert looks at his knee. It's not tarnished, but he's just playing along.
Nicholas, you've been practicing your introductions. Do you want to give it to Senna? You don't have to bare throat or roll over. She is a cub like us, but it's good practice.
Oh, you may still roll over. That's fine. I don't mind.
Oh, there you go. That's the pure breed coming out right there.
No, fuck you.
He looks around. He rolls over his belly and shows his neck. Nicholas Young. Arun Metis Cub.
Maeve will bob her head.
Sina will she'll actually, because she's kind of curious how that feels, so she'll walk up to Nicholas and kind of nuzzle him a little, sniff his throat, doesn't do anything else, just like, this keeps being weird, you know?
He just jumps back up.
Hi, I'm Sina.
Nice to meet you, Cinnamon.
Just Sina, please.
Okay, Cinna.
Thank you.
I always refer to her as Miss Cinnamon Harris.
She loves
Tail-
it so much.
tail high.
Mr. Lucas Matthias.
Matthias.
My apologies, sir, for mispronouncing your name. I hope that you can forgive me one way or another.
I demand a tribute for this insult to my honor.
I will give you one, as he'll just jump right on top of him.
Douche. Dodge. Pounce. Counter pounce.
A series of flailing motion from everyone involved.
Nip, 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 nip. Run, 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 run.
Pat, pat, pat. Grab tail, bite. Arr.
Oh, now you've done it. Now you've gone ahead and done it. Lucas is now going to go ahead and dash into the bushes.
Okay, so before Lucas jumps on anyone, she'll glance between the other three, and more specifically to Albert and Nicholas, because she's really not sure how much they've gone through. You know the names of all your forms, right?
Yes.
You know their strengths and, well, you know what they are best suited to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Glancing to Albert.
Sorry. He says, yeah.
Oh! No success.
Lupus for speed and for perception. Hispo for biting for combat. Nod nod.
Saskia, just roll
Yeah.
perception, alertness. All you need to do is get
Oh.
9. 1 9.
Perception and
I need her to
alertness.
spot you like with your tail sticking out of a bush or some shit.
I'm not very good. I don't have great dice pools.
I kind of want to do this just to see if I can pull it off.
Let me see.
And we are at Lupus, so don't forget that you've got a -2 difficulty.
This is
Okay,
true.
that's cool. So it's
Nico.
still
Along with the -1
okay.
dice.
Perception alertness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have specialty in attentive.
Well, because that you were probably watching
Oh,
Lucas as you...
Wait, it's -2 difficulty, so it's 7 for me.
Yep.
Mhm.
You spot him as he pounces on you.
Dodge. Pounce.
Continues to
Gotcha.
play pounce.
I feel like you should have a stick to rap against a rock or something. You guys are ridiculous.
Oh, Lucas, can you stop now? It was funny. I'm done.
Eh. Sticks tongue out, returns back to his rock.
Girls are both pretty.
She's kind of stretches her front paws.
And we've all been over bearing throat, showing belly, making sure you use the term Raya, how to do a full introduction, all that stuff. Specifically in the case of Teeth, just never ever being where he is through whatever means necessary.
Of course.
No. Don't go looking for him, but if he just walks by, just lay down. Don't say anything unless he speaks to you.
She bobs her head. I know the last time we knew he was coming by, Olaf told me to take off. And I did.
Well, yeah, but that's when
If
you
you-
know he's coming, so then you're avoiding him. But if you if you literally run into him on a crossroad, you can.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, seriously, start running away from him. It's a little too late. And that's like no. You
Fair
can't
enough.
just do that. So then you just lay down.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd rather just be safe and not be seen at all.
If that's a
Yep.
possibility, always go for that.
And we've all heard the litany, right?
Oh,
Yes.
and whatever you do,
Yes.
don't try to poke his jaw. I did that once.
Are you- How are you still alive?
Don't worry, she lost a few digits, but they grew back. Healing and all that other nonsense.
That was months ago. I wasn't even cut back then.
Like
That
I
was-
said, the fantastic healing.
Mm.
Goodness.
I was still kidding. Someone. I couldn't resist. I just kind of needed to see how it worked and everything.
And I know I did this before with some of the others, but we all know where rage comes from, what it's for, where our gnosis comes from, what it's for, how to manifest it.
Of course.
Except for where it comes from. Doesn't it just come from you?
Rage is granted by Luna, and gnosis is granted by Gaia.
Granted by Luna.
If you
Okay.
think about it, it kind of explains why the size of the moon
Yeah.
determines.
Makes sense. I always thought it had something to do with the tidal waves and everything, just, like women's period, but I guess that's... Why?
That's pretty legit.
Thank you.
What's a period?
It goes at the end of the
Oh,
sentence.
You know what? You just we're gonna write this off as something you don't need to know.
Yeah, forget it. Really.
It's a Hamid thing. Don't
It
worry
is
about it.
it's a very Hamid thing. It's also if you ever hear that a woman is quote on her period, just give her lots of space or
Avoid
lots of
them.
chocolate.
Throw
Depends
chocolate
on the
at
women.
distance.
Yes, chocolate chiminage, then run away.
Yeah.
Usually.
Lots of chocolate.
Okay, So, Gnosis comes from Gaia. I know
Yeah.
Lucas knows how to manifest his Gnosis. Have either of the three of you ever had to actually manifest your Gnosis before?
Oh my god, you know how I did that the first time ever?
Blink?
I was with Roanoke, and he wanted to summon, and he did actually, Uktena Incarna. Um, but before that, he kind of showed me how to make the noses hover in front of me, but he gave me like a shit ton of noses, so I was all bouncing and happy. And it also explains that when you summon a spirit, that you kind of, you kind of start with presenting some noses that never hurts.
It is a
So
good way to.
when he summoned Uktena Incarna, I just threw all that noses that I had because I was bouncing around. I was like, oh, look at the big ball of noses that I can make. And I gave it to Uktena. And he was very impressed, apparently. He patted me on the head. It was very weird to have Uktena pat me on the head. It was cool, though.
Mm.
I was still Kim back then.
Interesting.
Damn, I did a lot of good stuff when I was a kid.
So yes, Gnosis fuels some of the gifts we are given by the spirits. It is also almost like a form of currency with the spirits. Much of the time, Gnosis makes them bigger, makes them stronger, makes them more capable. So it is a gift that they are eager to receive. It's kind of like cheating. It's the easy answer. Being able to provide proper chiminage to that particular spirit is valuable too. In fact, it kind of signifies giving more effort. But if ever you are interacting with a spirit, it is never bad to offer them a point of gnosis up front if you are able to put them in a better mood. And I usually make a point of offering 1 point more than I am asked, so that they recall me as someone who is generous, so they are more likely to do deals with me in the future.
It's
But,
kind of
to be
kind of
honest-
like giving a cookie with a cup of coffee, like you
Mhm.
know.
It's a little bit of overpayment, and it is something that they cherish and they want. But if you are going to be making deals with spirits, it is always best to have a theurge with you regardless.
Mm. Uh, it Nicholas raised his paw up a little bit.
Hmm?
Mm, mm. Um, Gifts. You how do I get said gifts if I don't know where mm, um the tribe
Well,
per se?
Ooply.
we are not meant to receive those gifts from the spirits until we are older, until we are adults, at which point the spirits will look on us more fondly and be willing to teach us. But when it comes time that you want a gift from a spirit, the best thing to do is to ask someone who already has it or ask a theurge, because most of them will know which spirit you should be appealing to learn it. In the case of me, for example, as soon as I am able, I plan to go to the doves and beg them to teach me Mother's Touch, so that I can heal the people around me.
Mm.
Do. 1 second. I'm rolling for something. Should be
You
rather
rolled the
easy.
thing.
Do. It's one too many. Rolling. Yeah, I know this. One success.
All right.
Lucas goes ahead and speaks up. Luna, Gaia, our ancestors, as well as the patron totem, will all go ahead and just naturally extend their own blessings onto you. Luna will give you your auspice gifts. Gaia will naturally transmit to you all manner of different gifts, usually towards your own breed. And the tribal totem spirit will grant you the gifts that it will give out freely.
Noddle, noddle.
Just wanted to have that. So,
That's a good thing, Cat.
young Nicholas, excuse me. This what are you most interested in about gifts and about how you are granted them, how you use them, or what kinds of gifts you currently have?
How could I use them?
Okay. You are an Arun, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, okay. Aruns, their auspice is all about fighting and whatnot. I, not being an Arun myself, don't really know all of their gifts, but I think you might have Falling Touch.
Mm, interesting.
You probably have to talk to Olaf, one of the other elders, about what kind of gifts they were granted.
You mean like Travis? Olaf
I was
wouldn't
gonna
have
say,
Harun stuff.
Yep.
no, though he might know more about it than we do.
Probably.
See, when I had my first change, I was granted the ability to run across the city and the ability to stay unseen. Those were my gifts that were granted to me by Luna and Gaia.
Nod, nod. And I've always been able to
Mm,
hear the spirits and understand them. And I find that I can be very persuasive when I truly need to be. And these are the gifts I have been given.
mm, fascinating.
She'll kind of look to Albert to see if he's following along and if he wants to add anything.
Albert nods. This is in my case, I was granted the ability to open doors. And he kind of chuckles at something almost in Wolf, which has led to its own interesting occurrences, some of which involving the two barrels of a shotgun, as well as a persuasive tongue among the humans. Those are mine, I guess. They all have their different uses,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't always need to use them. Sometimes it's best to let someone older open the door.
Well, another thought is that I have come to understand that should you use a gift and should you not misuse it, because it's not necessarily the intention that does it, but should the gift go awry, should you invoke it improperly, you're due to offer contrition to the spirits that granted you that gift. So, not taking the risk when it's not necessary is wise.
Mm, mm, mm.
Looks at
Fascinating.
Senna.
Yep,
Opens
looking
an
over
eye.
at Senna.
What?
What curse were you granted?
Huh. I. My words are regarded as lies when I want that to. Um, I don't know how to activate Liar's Face actually, but I believe it had to do with your willpower. Like everybody who has lower willpower than you. That's out of character, by the way, because.
Yeah.
And I don't know. People
We
use
all
it.
know you're persuasive. It's a thing. And if it's not magical, then I quit.
Okay, okay.
My words aren't that, but well, yeah, sure,
Head
maybe a
tilt,
little.
side eye.
Fair enough, fair enough. I know what I'm doing with my words, okay? And this helps.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that Lucas is going to go ahead and walk to the middle of this little circle. You understand he's a little bit looser. You understand he's starting to shake and jive. You sort of ask the question, why do you think we call them gifts? He says he's like extending his haunches and his forepaws. Why do you think we call them gifts? He's got his eyes closed.
He's just rocking.
Yeah, he's gathering the attention of the entire party and he's asking that question.
Mm, mm. To best serve Gaia, to the best of our abilities, we've been gifted these gifts of great importance.
Because they are gifts from the spirits, from Gaia, from Luna. Albert kind of says that, only half being sarcastic and half, that actually answering.
Yep, Maeve is going to look between them and then glance over to Senna to see if she's going to offer an answer.
Oh jeez, sorry. Need to. I didn't expect to, but would you offer an answer?
Wahaha.
I don't know. I always presumed it was the same as, like when we didn't know this entire Garou thing. You were talking about people being gifted who got specific abilities that seemed to be more than mortal. So therefore, you would presume that indeed, as Albert said, someone gave them those abilities, those characteristics, stuff like that. I guess it's the same, only in this time we actually know that they are gifted by spirits. Basically, spirits lending us a hand.
True. All these things are true. We do call them gifts because they are granted to us by the spirits. But you don't really understand, do you? We're flesh, we're mortal, but we're also spirit. We have our strength and we have our gnosis, our sense of essence to us. When you are gifted an ability, your spirit, your literal spirit, he says, I see he's starting to hop on a little bit more, is literally being written over. You are being granted a piece of it. You are becoming one with the rabbit. You are becoming one with your ancestors, and they leave a piece of themselves here in your essence, in your gnosis, which is why I'm simply able to disappear. Lucas doesn't essentially disappear, but around your wolf eyes, it gets a little bit more cloudy. Your eyes start to dart away from Lucas dancing like a fucking idiot.
Where did he go?
Shake.
It is a piece of you, people, he says, breaking that illusion. You are given a gift, and that gift becomes you. It is a natural extension of your spirit, your own being. That is why it comes so naturally to us. That is why, when you, Nicholas, asked me, what is gift and how do you use it, I'm confused. Should it come quite natural? Just like walking.
You say that, but when I first started changing, I stumbled a lot. Sometimes we think too hard.
Then stop thinking.
That does seem to be the current goal.
Yes, follow instincts.
Stop thinking. Start doing. Stop doing. Just be. What are you, Nicholas?
I am a guru.
You're more than that. You're a rune.
Of course, I'm a warrior, gifted by Gaia.
And what gifts has Gaia given you and Luna given you as a warrior?
The rage that fills my beating heart. The spirit that flows within my veins.
And that spirit, it has an addition to it. What addition does it have? What do you feel like you're able to do?
Gifts.
And Nicholas, what gift do you have?
And you see, he just kind of looks up in the sky, a little bit.
Lucas, if he actually is in a rune and you're trying to find out what kind of gifts he has, wouldn't he have it by exploiting his basically his field of expertise, in his case fighting? So why don't you let yourself get beaten up and we'll see what he's best at.
You see that he kind of just start walking towards Lucas with like a mischievous grin. Yes.
Oh, crap. He starts to brace himself.
I didn't even need to activate persuasion for this.
Healthy challenge is good.
Yeah, Lucas, a healthy challenge.
Mav's got a little bit of a mischievous look on his looking to Lucas to see how he's responding, whether he's getting playful or...
Nicholas, you got 3 shots.
3 shots.
Sina's making herself comfortable on the ground, closing her eyes.
Albert has an idea how this will go, and it might end with Nicholas on his back or something. He just kind of watches.
Yep. Everyone hunkers down for the watching.
You see
Spectator
that
sport.
you see that Nicholas' eyes turns from a smile to like a straight look, and his eyes get more tenser.
You notice that Lucas is bracing himself in his lupus form.
Go to it, Nicholas.
Up to you to swing.
Alrighty then.
I swear, at Talia, I would have punched him 10 times already.
How many successes, my good sir?
2.
Alright. 4, 3, rolling.
Dodge.
Handily dodged.
Sorry, did I say try to hit? Like, she would have hit 10 times already.
Maybe we'll reach over and like flop a paw in Cinna's ear.
Hey, shush you.
You see that
About how
That's
big
what I was
is
saying.
Nicholas?
Nicholas is, well, from his sheet he is. He's kind of huge a little bit.
Is he in fact huge?
Physically impressive.
No, well there's
Yeah, you are a big ass wolf that tried to strike out against this wiry one that just goes ahead and dodges.
You see that his look starting to turn to a snore a little bit.
You are both doing what you're good at, Nicholas. Don't let your temper get away with you. But hit him.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
Dang, that might actually hit. Rolling. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. That one
Lucas
was a
is
little bit
just
more
too
on
fast
target.
for him.
And are you remembering your bonuses for being in lupus, sir?
You add 2.
Yep.
You see Nicholas turn around. It's just.
Alright. Rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, buddy. At the end of that particular swing, Lucas is going to go ahead and hop out of this imaginary circle. Ooh, God! Nicholas, you are one big wolf.
No, it's not over yet.
Okay.
One more.
Goes ahead and looks at you. No. Olaf taught me a lesson.
Mm.
When the challenge is over, it's over.
Lucas, you did great. Nicholas, you did great.
No, I
Nicholas, keep in
didn't.
mind
Yeah, you
that
did.
this is Lucas's strength,
Yeah.
is that he is fast and he is wiry and he is hard to hit. Don't take
I
it
mean-
badly that he was able to dodge you.
What happened if it's an opponent out there who's the same thing as Lucas?
Well,
When it is an opponent, it will not be an honorable
no.
little challenge among friends.
Actually, I think Nicholas, you guys are a good match. I mean, the way I see it, he is fast, which allows you to train how to hit faster. The two of you would match up. Like, you could beat. I'm pretty damn sure you could either beat me or Maeve into a pulp immediately. That would be no challenge for you in that. But
Head Bob.
Lucas here is basically giving you a reason to train and to become better. He can help you become a better version of yourself. There's nothing bad in that.
Yes,
Still looking at Nicholas. If you want, I can roll perception, empathy to see how he's taking the advice.
Oh, you can.
Sometimes playing a racket match is really damn hard. 3 successes.
The look on his face is he's kind of disappointed, but at the fact of he's not disappointed at itself, and just imagine that if there was an actual enemy out there, how he will fare against them.
Nicholas, keep in mind, when you are going up against an enemy, you will not be the only one fighting it. There's 3 of us sitting here watching now, but if Lucas were something else, we would not be sitting and watching. We would be harrying your opponent. We would be trying to drag them off their feet and giving you every opportunity to strike.
Also,
Play fighting is not fighting.
I had a teacher once who was like, when I was just starting my journalism classes, which I never finished, thank heavens. But I wanted to be good immediately. Like, it was first year, like maybe the second month or so I was doing my class, and I just wanted to work on the perfect article, really make an impact already. And I was frustrated that it didn't work. Like, really fucking frustrated. I was annoyed as shit. And I let it show because, well, I don't really believe in hiding feelings that much. So I walked up to her and I slammed the article in front of her. I was like, come on, this sucks. And, but give me some good advice. It needs to be good. I need to be as good as you already. And she was like, seriously, after 2 months, you think that you need to be as good as me, who is teaching you? After 2 months. That's an insult to me, because that means that I have not learned a shit ton of anything over the past 10 years. Do you expect to learn everything, all my experience, in just 2 months' time? And it made me think, like,
Sage
yeah,
nod.
you may want to be the best at something, and you want to rise as quick as possible. Of course you want to do that. But keep in mind that everybody who's teaching you something has spent time learning that, and don't underestimate that. Like, respect that wisdom and what they're trying to do. Like Lucas here, he can teach you to be faster. That means that he spent his experience into becoming faster.
Really like the fucking wind to get away from the worm. Yeah, that's a lifelong lesson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lucas, for my behavior.
It's nothing that we couldn't hash out right here and now.
You have the drive of an Arun.
It's not bad.
You will always have the passion to be stronger and to be better. This is not a bad thing as long as you can keep it under control. Rage is a
Of
two-edged sword.
course.
Just make sure you always turn it on your enemies.
Of course, always.
Then she's going to glance over to Albert, because he hasn't been saying much, but I imagine he's been watching. Does he have any particular expression on his face? Anything like that?
Albert is kind of looking. He's just kind of listening. And he just says, "Yeah, not all of us are gifted with incredible physical strength. Have you seen my arms? They're scrawny. I have to train to be in the same kind of role as Lucas. I have to be the fast one, the one taking the attention away so that you can, well, nip him in the butt. But yes, it is important for us all to learn.
And to know our part in a pack.
Of
Alright.
course.
Believe me, Nicholas, when we are fighting side by side, our enemies will be on their backs because I have done something really fucking clever, and we will brutalize them.
Of course. There you see he opens his mouth and you see like his teeth. Then he just like snaps like.
I believe a lot of wind goes ahead and gusts out. I believe even several of the wind spirits sort of gust away. Woo!
Little breezy spirits ride in the wind.
Yay! Sorry, Maeve, I didn't need to take away from the lesson too much.
It didn't take away. It was an aspect of the lesson, and you've been here technically longer than I have, so I take no insult.
Alright. Just wanted to see if, well, anything went ahead and jived and Nicholas over here.
She bobs her head. Of course. And you've given something to the lesson. I'm not going to be mad that you taught them something valuable.
Lucas is going to go ahead and, as he's walking over, go ahead and nip Maeve in the butt and continue back to his stone slab.
She'll kind of half-assed, like, pop out a foot to see if she can catch him with it, but
Perfect balance.
yeah, she's not trying really. She knows at this point she can't trip him up, but there's a little bit of a puh. So, gifts we've done. Something else that you can do with your gnosis that is useful, and I get the feeling somewhat overlooked, is that we can affect the umbral world around us with it. If you put enough effort in, if you concentrate, if you wield the gnosis that's inside you, you can create effects. Like, she'll jerk her head over to where Lucas is hunkering back down, and it's very clear that there's kind of a matte shape over the rock he has taken.
It's a rainbow mat.
Lucas did not bring that with him. Lucas created that from the umbral scape. You can do things like this. I have seen Katori and Chase's Raya both tell stories, tell tales by affecting the umbral scape to create figures and to make them move to tell the story as they spoke. These are all things that we are capable of doing with enough concentration and enough practice. If you ever feel that you wish a greater connection to the mother, learning that, practicing that, learning to breathe in and out, and remember Gaia's love. These are all good ways to get a tighter connection with the mother. Have any of you learned rites from the adults?
Albert perks up. Yeah, I learned one from Katori Raya.
Which?
The prayer for the prey.
She nods. Happily, in fact. It is a good one to have. Glancing to Nicholas and Senna, she knows that Lucas has picked up some here and there.
No, I have not.
And you, Senna?
Hmm?
Have you learned any rites? Well, you obviously have the rite of cleansing if you were doing it, but have you learned any others?
Katrina is learning me one. No. Now, I mean.
Oh, good.
Well, not now, of course, but.
You are studying it, though.
Hmm.
She bobs her head. I am studying one as well. Are there any that you all know of that you would wish to learn if you are not already studying?
Mm-hmm. Mm. Uh, mm, uh, will be a good one for us.
Um, well, there are many smaller ones that are good to have for utility. There's also things like the rite of cleansing. There's also things like, um, the rite of talisman dedication, for example. When we are able to bind a set of clothing to you, things like that. But ones that are probably best for us to learn starting off, things like the breath of Gaia, which I have just mentioned. You sit, you take in your breath, you slowly release it, and all the while you remember Gaia's love for us.
13 breaths, in and out.
13 breaths. You'll have to clear your mind of all other things and put yourself in closer touch with Gaia. There is the hunting prayer, which you do before a hunt. There is the prayer for the prey, which you do after a hunt to thank the spirit of the creature you've slain. You can greet the moon. I believe you can also greet the sun, but I have not learned to do that yet.
Mm. Mm. All of value.
She nods her head. There are more, but they are ones that involve more contact with the spirits, and I would rather you come to understand dealing with spirits better before I taught you anything that would put you in direct contact with them.
Of course.
So, if you like, after this is over, I can go over the rite of cleansing with you, so that every time you re-enter the sept, once you are able to leave, you can cleanse yourself
Mm.
and
Of
bring no
course.
risk of taint back to the cairn.
Mm. Of course. That'll be great.
Nope, bobble her head. Albert, are there any that you need to learn? That you wish to learn?
I've, well, I haven't seen Night Eyes Ride to continue the education in a while, but she was teaching me a little bit. Um, I wanted to learn to cleanse myself first.
Do you still need that one?
That one escaped me the last time I tried learning it.
How long ago?
Uh, about a week and 4 or 5 days.
Was it very badly, or was it just that it didn't quite stick?
It just didn't stick. I went instead with a one that was slightly easier. One of them
One of the minor rites?
push to be able to make more complex ones stick.
Alright. Well, you are welcome to learn anything that I know at this point, though, again, I'm not in any hurry to teach anyone things like the rite of binding until they are familiar with the spirits, or I trust them to come to it the urge when they wish to do it.
He nods. Of course.
Okay. Hmm?
No, he just said of course.
Oh, sorry. I thought he said question. She'll shake her head a little bit. Sorry. Have all of you heard the story of the Triad?
Oh yes. I heard.
All right. Albert, have you heard the tale of the Triad? Do you know what the Triad is?
I know what it is. I can't say I remember the actual story.
How about you, Senna?
Hmm?
Are you familiar with the Triad?
Yeah.
Okay. And she'll take up something of a thoughtful expression, basically trying to think of anything else that she considers the quote basics that one would need to cover. And that is most of it. All right. All in all, this is pretty good. Took me a while to pick up a lot of this stuff. Have all of you spent enough time with a lupus to learn certain rules, certain things about your body language? And she's going to be glancing among them all. She knows Lucas has it down again because she's witnessed it.
Hmm.
Things like eye contact.
Oh,
Things like knowing not to smile, not to let that habit translate into your lupus form.
we are predators. Of we we when you look upon somebody who is your superior, you don't give them eye contact. Am I correct?
Yes. Eye
For that is
contact is a challenge.
yes.
Katori Raya, and he kind of, he's masking, a little bit, but, Katori Raya and, Teeth Raya have given, some pretty good tips on not insulting the lupus.
There's a lot to it, and it's not every Hamed would know them, so it is good to go over them to make sure that mistakes don't happen twice. Be careful not to make eye contact, especially with those who are higher ranking than you, because it can be seen as a challenge. Keep in mind that anything from how high your hackles are raised, to the tilt of your ears, to the height of your tail, can mean anything. The height of your tail can express happiness. It can also be seen as a way to depict rank. If you see wolves running in a grouping, it is usually the alphas that have their tails up and the others have them either straight behind or low. Things like slinking, it's a good way to express submission. And keep in mind that when your pet dog licks your face, it is not because they love you and are giving you kisses. It is them pleading to you as an adult for food and affection. It's something that puppies do.
Mm, mm, of course. Interesting.
Glancing to Albert to see if any of this seems to be new or like something he's tucking away, or if he's just kind of nodding along like, duh.
Yeah. He's taking it in. He's got a thoughtful expression in his ears. Um, he's keeping these things in mind.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. As much as I would like to move on to something like a hunt to practice working together and to learn to fight together, there's not much here but rabbits, and we can't really hunt them in the Umbra per se, or we could, but there's no real sport in it.
Nicholas' ears perk up. We can train amongst ourselves. Mm, mm. Know our strengths and weaknesses.
Lucas goes ahead and stretches out. You get enough of that in early morning training. Oh, God.
Not enough. More.
Just for
Or
fun,
any
let's
or-
see.
Said the Arun.
Nope, no love. Darn.
Always more. Always more. You know who's actually good for a fight most time? The Viking.
Yeah, true.
Is he around?
Travis. I mean, last time I heard, as we were heading out, he was yelling at his phone, so I don't know if now's the time.
No luck.
Well, here's something. Do any of you have questions or things you don't understand about the nation or about being Gru or anything that I might be able to answer for you?
Hmm.
Seeing as y'all aren't born in the loop, is you at least know how to shift.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you gave me quite a bit of information, and I am grateful for it.
I wish I had more, but I'm still learning myself.
Mm. You'll make an excellent teacher.
I hope.
Digest the knowledge like you digest early Lucas breakfast. Oh wait,
By
he goes ahead and
sleeping?
looks at Nicholas. You've never had a Lucas breakfast, have you?
I
No,
don't
I
think he
haven't.
has. Lucas, how could you?
I must have been slipping. Oh, how could I do such a thing? I have done you a great disservice, Mr. Young. Next morning you get up,
Gaia's
you'll...
sake.
Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. You will wake up to bacon, eggs, hash browns, and you will devour it all, like the mighty warrior of Gaia you are.
Of course.
She'll snark a little bit.
And don't worry, Young. Olaf believes in throwing cubs at medium to high risk situations. You will see your amount of combat.
Oh, yeah.
And I shall prevail.
It's a good attitude to have.
Not.
Noddle, noddle.
Hmm. Albert. And actually, Cinna, too. You're both probably fairly quick on your feet. Something that Lucas and I have been doing in preparation for Wolf Home that you may want to join in on. And I'm just going to storyboard it because I feel like not making rolls. Maeve will kind of step back a little bit, and it takes some concentration, and it takes her a minute to form it just because it's more complex a notion to impress on the Umbralscape. But you'll essentially see her create kind of a misty echo of a toothless bear trap. When we go to Wolf Home, there will be men with guns. There will be traps. They will be much worse than this. But the more that we train ahead of time, the more that we practice being able to get ourselves and each other out of these until it becomes rote, until it becomes second nature, the more likely it will be easier for us once we're there and do not possess the higher thought to figure it out on our own.
Mm. And well then, if they come harm to us, my teeth will be gladly gift their throats.
No, I know. And I know we will fight, but there will be more challenges than just fighting. So this is what I am focusing on since fighting is not my strength.
Lucas is going to walk up to the toothless bear trap. Now, what I've learned is you can step right on that pressure pad, but it's kind of tricky to bring your foot out right afterwards. I've learned that if you can throw something at that pressure pad, it'll also snap. But the best way I've got it is because these things don't actually sit on the ground like this. They're usually covered up in leaves and dirt and the like. So what I like to do, he says, as he's starting to dig out from underneath the trap, is to do this, and from the bottom, puts his nuzzle and snout just underneath the trap and just brings it up, snapping his neck to flip it over. Shink! And it falls disarmed.
Yep, it will respond just the same as a normal trap would. It'll snap, it'll sound pretty harsh, for certain, and it will flip over, landing on the dirt.
Now, if I could do that to that guy with a rifle about 200 yards away, I'd do it. The distance will kill you. That's the problem.
the other problem, and she'll kind of nose the trap a little bit, and there's a very faint sort of misty impression of a rope, as if it is bound to the ground. Pretty much the peg isn't even visible; it's more of an idea. But she'll nose it around a little so that it's clear that it's bound to a particular spot. The hard part is that if one of us hits these, it slows us all down.
Mm-hmm.
So traps are going to be a major issue. The guns are going to be a major issue. I trust my Aruns to help deal with the guns and
And
the
you
people
see
that wield them.
you see he kind of smiles a little, and I'll be gladly to do so.
Hunting dogs are also a thing. Do not forget them.
Oh, that's right. They will have hunting dogs. And that is another thing that will tie us up.
If they wish to run with them, I'll rip them apart as well.
Like, there's a somewhat of approving like head bob from Lucas. Like, yeah, that'll be good. We're thinking too much about it.
This is true. We are thinking too much. But in the case of something like this, and she'll kind of butt the trap with her paw, just kind of dunk dunk at it. It is preparation to make it not thought. As for the rest, well, we'll take it as it comes. And here's hoping to get in touch with our wolf hearts quickly so that we're not stuck there long.
Won't know until we're in there. Won't know until we stop thinking.
And she'll actually glance over at Senna just to impress the point. I don't know how hard it is for you. I know it's hard for me. But the important thing will be to stop thinking and to live in the moment and to follow your gut. And that's how we get out.
Senna
And she
may
looked
be
at Albert.
fast asleep.
Yeah, I know. I'm putting it in there for the sake of the scene. And same thing. She's also going to give a very pointed look to Albert as well.
Albert nods. If we train enough, if we practice enough, then perhaps it will seep into our wolf instinct and we'll be able to stand a better chance.
Lucas says head and groans. That's a stupid idea.
Hey,
Training,
there's no point of
always
training
good.
with the traps if we're not trying to create muscle memory.
Don't you think it's kind of foolish that we're using Hamid thinking to try to impress something on the wolf heart instead of just letting the wolf heart overtake us?
The wolf heart isn't going to know how to deal with traps. It's like any combatant training before a fight, so that when they are in the fight, muscle memory takes over and they are able to win. They already know how to punch without breaking their fingers, breaking their wrists. It's just ingrained. I want disarming the traps to be ingrained as much as we can. If it doesn't come to us, it doesn't come to us, but...
At least we did our due diligence.
Yep. That's why I'm not trying to train in anything else that will come naturally. Alright. Then those of you who wish to learn rights, we can begin to study them now. And once the time has come, we will review it, and you will try to cast them. You will try to perform them, and here's hoping they stick.
And you can all try to chase me as I run around like a madman.
Nicholas just takes off.
Running!
Albert takes off running after them. Also trying to catch Lucas.
He's fast! Especially on Vortex!
And does anyone else have anything else they'd like to do? So hearing none, with
Mm.
one cub taking off with two more in his wake, the two female lupus will linger behind, probably just more calmly gathering themselves up to head back towards the cabins. And with the lesson over, we will say thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And we will see you next time on another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.